What's my mother name?
What's up, guys? KW175 back with another Pokemon Duel video, and we got a really awesome video today, guys. First, before we get into the duels, we do have a couple of announcements. They did fix a few bugs, where they're gonna fix in tonight's maintenance, because we are gonna get a new banner tomorrow, guys, so pretty hyped for that. Nothing too crazy. Honestly, a lot of these I didn't even notice, but maybe a lot of you guys did. So I'm sure there's a lot of you guys out there that play a lot more than I do, for sure. But just some abilities that they fix. I didn't really notice too much with the dark energy, but it looked like non-ghost and psychic types were benefiting from it. I'm not really sure. I use Phantom Energy. I didn't really notice anything. The Flare Cannon, yeah, there was some cheese with the Mimikyus, the X Speed plate. It doesn't seem they are addressing the issue that if you use X Speed, you can still knock out a Pokemon that's next to the Cobalion. So, the attack is generally, a white attack, and it's only gold for the one turn. But technically, it's still a gold attack, so I don't know. But taking a look at the upcoming stat rebalances, we have the Drapion, the legendary Drapion, guys, is going to be a 2 MP now. I mean, it's nice for gym and stuff like that. It should have been a 2 MP for a long time. So I'm not too mad about that. But then we have Arbok. Like, come on, dude. Nobody's going to use the freaking Arbok. And then they got this Viper. Like, who's going to use this stuff? Like, what about Delphox, guys? What about Magmortar? What about, like Charmander? There's some uncommons, commons. There's a lot of figures that need buffed, guys. But let me know what you guys think. It's pretty sad that those are the figures that they chose. We're probably going to have a poison gym of some sort. Either it's going to be an actual poison gym, or it's going to be the counter where it gets the damage buff. And I'm not really sure what they're going to pick for the gym. But I don't know. I really think that list should have been a lot longer. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, guys. I really don't. Like sometimes I think the devs are just like trolling us. Like they do things because they want to tick us off. But enough with that talk, guys. We're going to get into this match. I'm going defensive with the Tapu Koko, and we're going against Abraham. And he has a Phantom Energy deck. And what we have, guys, is 3 Raikou, because I pulled a ton of them, if you guys remember watching me open those New Year's booster packs. I got a ton of Raikou. So I thought, hey, let's go ahead and try them out. And because they don't get weight when they leave the PC. And like Gengar cannot give Raikou weight. So that Contagious Tear isn't going to do anything for a Raikou. And we have the Tapu Koko to buff all of them. We have the Electro Energy. Our Zapdos is only chain level 3, but when it's next to another electric type, it's going to hit for 143 on our turn. So it's pretty strong, guys. I want to try this deck out, and this is a deck that I definitely think that I could see myself taking in the league if I was able to put in some resources and level up the Raikou. And I probably need to get a few more chains on Zapdos. But I'm going to go ahead and X Speed here. I want to get my Magnezone evolution. And you guys are going to love this. You guys are really going to love this. Boom. We get the knockout. Magneton doesn't spin because he is immune to spin effects. Where the heck's the Magnezone? Oh. My dumbass did not set the evolution. And just when I did that, I'm like, wow. Just wow. So he's going to come out with the Gengar. And he definitely wants to pass through us and knock us out. So I'm going to back him up with the Raikou. And our opponent, Abraham, is ranked pretty high. 3,700. So definitely a player that knows what he's doing. So yeah, I think I come out with the Raikou and attack this Seismitoad, which I think is a fair play. And we're going to go ahead and get the knockout. And boom! Look at that, guys. Double kill. Triple kill. Overkill. Like, how can you anticipate that to happen? Like, I understand yeah, if he hits the Earthquake, some of my figures could possibly get knocked out. But, I mean, what are the odds of that many figures getting knocked out? So this is pretty much going to be GG. He's going to move up with his Mega Gengar, take the entry point. We cannot cover gold because we're not running gold block in this deck. We have double max revive. And so the only thing I can do is pretty much double chance and hope to get the Thunderous Blow into the Toxic. And he lands the Abyssal Grip, and that is GG, boys. I don't know, guys. I mean, that's just like really, really bad RNG. I mean, I don't think anybody can anticipate losing that many figures on an Earthquake. Like, it has happened. We've seen some pretty crazy board wipes. They're pretty rare, but that was just insane. And then he goes for the freaking BM. Like, come on, dude. You get super lucky, and then you want to try to BM me, dude. Like, come on, bro. Like, you're not even good. Like, you just get lucky. So we forfeit, and we're going to get into the next match, guys. Our opponent is DC Water, running the new and improved round deck. Because if you guys remember, when they introduced the Primarina, all figures that have both round and sing, as long as the Primarina does not have a status effect, is going to count for multiplying that round attack. And he does have the Eevee set up to evolve into the Sylveon. So this is the Primarina. It's the only figure that I don't have in that lineup. Like, I have a Poplio and I have a couple of Brionne. So I think the Raikou is definitely a good matchup. I'm going to go ahead and play the Electro Energy plate right now while we have the opportunity. And just going to try to pick some matchups. Like, I probably need to be getting some knockouts before that round gets out of hand, because that Sylveon's going to have a 40 times round when it evolves. And yeah, he's going defensive with the Poplio. I think I just want to get my evolution, and I did go in and I fixed it. I set the evolution, so we are going to get the Magnezone. Now the Magnezone is still not going to be much of a threat for that evolved Sylveon. And he's going to max revive, bring it out. Look at that, a 40 times round attack. So if he has all his figures on the board, I think that's like 240 damage, which is just insane. I think our Magnezone can attack for 170 damage on our turn, but you know, it's not guaranteed that he's going to hit the round. I mean, we do have a little bit of chance to get some of these knockouts, so I do go for it, and we both hit a miss. Like, when that happens, it's like, I don't know, it kind of feels rigged, you know. But yeah, look at that, 204 on that Sylveon, because it's not, it doesn't have a 40 times spinner. So those 6 chain levels make a huge difference, you know. It's like this is like 36 points, so yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and block him off, and he's just gonna continue to attack. So finally we get a neutral turn. It's gonna be a dodge. So I'm taking a look at my Magnezone, and I'm just trying to like add it up. So I'm at like 160 at that point. So now I'm going to back him up with the Coco to get that Electro Energy buff, which isn't going to do much. Like I said, it's going to be about 170. And I think I was trying to surround that Sylveon, then I realized it's a fairy type, so, you know, obviously Coco cannot pass through it. So I do attack. We get lucky because he does hit round, but we do land, we paralyze him, which is good. So now I max revive with Zapdos. And I think it's a pretty good play, though it was a little bit risky, because if we did not hit the Thunder Crash, and thankfully we did, you know, it could have been bad for us. So now, I think I get smart, double chance with the Zapdos. I'm like, okay, these Primarinas need to be the target. They're the easiest to knock out, and it's going to help us out a lot. Lucky enough, we didn't get knocked out. And good thing I used the double chance, because we would have. But unfortunately, we couldn't get the knockout. So he is going to come out with his own max revive. So I'm going to max revive because he does have the recycle. So I want to use my plates, and he's going to go ahead and recycle. So I'm like, okay, cool. We get a double chance back and both our max revives. He lands a miss, but Zapdos is doing Zapdos things and just kind of chilling and roosting. And he hits another miss, but we dodge. It's like, man, we cannot capitalize on those bad rolls. So I'm going to move up with the Raikou, try to get a knockout. He hits another miss, and finally, we can land an attack and get a knockout. So that is one figure down. We have the Poplio, we have the Primarina. That Iggly buff is kind of well guarded at this point, but we do have figures that we can knock out and weaken his Sylveons quite a bit. So I'm like thinking, no, I'm not going to attack the Primarina, because I thought I was like, I could attack the Primarina, but if I soar, I'm going to get surrounded by the Poplio, so I just take the smart and safe play and soar over, and I don't attack. So now I'm going to move up, I'm going to force him to move in, cover up the goal, and then I'm going to double chance and try to get that knockout. Or no, I move up with the Raikou first. That's right. Okay, so it does allow him to get some defense, but he still only has one figure into the PC, so I think it's worth the double chance. And we land the Steel Wing. Can we get a double Steel Wing? So that feels pretty bad, but it's okay. We're not in a bad spot. We still have a max revive. And we get knocked out. So I'm going to max revive. Just sit it right back down on my entry point. And I picked Zapdos because I feel like it has more of a chance to go neutral, landing the, Thunder Charge, the Roost. So I'm going to move in with the Raikou, try to attack. We get the knockout. So I'm like, okay, we have a pretty good shot at knocking out this Iggly buff. And then basically all we would have to do is land dodge against his Sylveon. So we land the dodge. So I'm like, come on, let's go. All right, we get the knockout. So Raikou, we just need you to come in clutch, buddy. Hit that dodge. Sylveon, we just need you to not hit round. And we can win this. I'm down to 15 seconds, guys. It's a pretty close match. And we come in clutch. So I play the X speed as a GG to my opponent. Not a BM or like a taunt or anything. It's just like, GG, right? So we get the win. Came pretty close. I had 9 seconds left. So GG to DC Water, man. That was a pretty intense match. Really interesting deck. I definitely like that deck build. I don't think I've played against that deck before. So this is going to be our third match, guys. Really liking this triple Raikou deck. Let me know if you guys think this deck is worthy of running in League. I definitely think it has some potential. So he's going to go ahead and sit the Solgaleo down on his entry point. I'm going to bring out the Raikou because, I feel like it's a decent figure to put in front of the Solgaleo. Worst case scenario, well, worst case we hit the 50, but, I'm just thinking, we have a chance of knocking him out with our 110, and we can paralyze him possibly, giving him a huge miss. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Electro Energy at this point, and I think I have plans at putting Zapdos down on my entry point and soaring over. But I just go defensive with the Zapdos, which, in hindsight, I don't know if it was the best play, because I'm giving this Deoxys attack form opportunity to come in and attack my Raikou or my Zapdos. But I'm hoping that he attacks the Zapdos, and I have more of an opportunity to go neutral, landing Roost, Thunder Charge. I land the Thunder Charge, but he lands the miss. He's not going to respin us. He's going to make us earn that knockout by giving up our Coco position and taking this around. So now he's free to move down with Sceptile or the attack form and attack either of our Raikou, but he doesn't. So I'm definitely going to hide that Coco from that Blaziken. He's going to move up and attack, and he gets the knockout. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the Coco, I'm going to move up Threaten Game, and if he doesn't cover up the goal, then you know, he's going to have to attack. And if we hit Melee Wish, we win. And he could have hit Slip there, but he doesn't get punished. He really did not want to lose that Deoxys attack form to a surround. So I'm definitely going to max revive here. And I'm kind of hoping he brings his Blaziken up, because I'm definitely going to X-speed my Magneton, and he does. So I'm like, okay, we have like almost a 70% chance of winning this. But he hits the Flare Blitz. And lucky for us, we hit Dodge. But now we... like, he's going to have to hit a Miss or Jet Kick. So now I have to max revive again. I'm going to bring the Coco back onto the field because I need to get that buff against that Lunala over there. And he slips, so I'm like, okay, that's pretty nice. So now I'm going to be able to move up with Raikou. I can either attack the Solgaleo, which is a really bad play, because he's most likely going to hit the Sunsteel Strike, so I do take the entry point. And now I'm going to be able to surround that Blaziken if I choose to. Now keep in mind, guys, he does have Mega Blaziken, and he has Mega Sceptile. So, you know, I do want to get this Lunala knocked out. I have a really good shot at knocking it out, and we do. Especially with the Electro Energy. Even if we would have hit our 50, we still were able to beat the we're able to beat the Lunala because we're getting a plus 40. So, yeah. And he lands the Jet Kick, but we land Roost. Okay, so right here, guys, like, I don't know. Maybe I should have surrounded the Blaziken instead of attacking the Lunala. I don't know. Because he's able to move through us. He burns us. He's going to attack the Zapdos. So I'm like, come on, hit that Thunder Charge. And we do, but he hits the Flare Blitz. So now I'm going to go ahead. I want to block him off from moving through the Coco, obviously, because like I said, we do not have a gold block. And he's going to get the knockout. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to YOLO with this Raikou, try to get the knockout. And it doesn't do anything to Raikou because he can't get weight. So I'm kind of hoping that he surrounds us at this point. But he does move in for the attack. And we get lucky. We hit the Thunderous Blow into that Wall Crusher. So I'm going to move back up and take that entry point. And I want to try to condense his figures into that one entry point. Now, you know, okay, so he's going to move up, try to probably knock us out or stealth hit, and he gets the knockout. So I'm just going to have to backtrack with the Magneton, and lucky enough he doesn't have any hurdle jumps. So I'm going to set Zapdos down. We don't have Coco for that plus 30, so definitely don't want to attack. If I had Coco on the field, I may have attacked there. So now I'm going to move Raikou here. And I definitely have my eye on that Lunala. I want to attack it with my Raikou that's on his entry point. Unfortunately, we could not even leave a status effect. So we need to get that Coco out because I want to attack that Lunala. So I'm going to put the Coco here. Let's see. Now, see, I would have probably attacked my Raikou, or I would have attacked again with Sceptile or Deoxys. Like anything but covering up the goal. Because he just gave us an opportunity. But we can't get the knockout, which feels pretty bad. We hit that miss. And then we hit another miss. But he had stealth hit, and we had blocked off. So now I want to try to surround this Deoxys. And he is going to attack again with Sceptile. He hits the stealth hit. Now he has to decide, does he want to lose Sceptile or the Deoxys? And he chooses Deoxys because he does have the Mega Sceptile. But he doesn't have any synergy with the Mega Sceptile is the only problem I see. And he lands a miss, but we land the dodge. That seems like a common theme in this matchup. So I'm definitely thinking about surrounding the Solgaleo. if we land dodge again, which we do, like Raikou is a dodge machine, man. It's weird because that dodge is so small. And we get the knockout on the Sceptile, so I'm like, all right, let's go. So I take this entry point, which I think is the right call, because like I said, I want to keep his figures all on one side. I soar over an attack, and we still get the knockout, guys, because of that Electro energy, and that Lunala doesn't have any chains. So that's really nice. How often do you see a Steel Wing knock out Lunala? And he lands the Jet Kick, so just like a ton of really unfortunate rolls for our opponent. So I'm definitely going to go all in here, guys. Alright, I'm like, Steel Wing isn't going to work on the on the attack form. But unfortunately, we could not land our Thunder Crash. I'm like, come on, buddy, respin me. And he's like, nah, man, too strong. So I'm like, okay, we land the Roost. Can we land it again? No. Now we land the gold. Which, you know, you can't be mad at Zapdos for landing the gold. But it's like, come on, dude. You could have landed it whenever, like, we were attacking, right? So we do get the Dimensional Slip. Like, are you going to respin me? Which I think I might have. Because he's going to get his Lunala back. Anyway, he's got the Solgaleo on the board. Yeah, we get knocked out. So, I'm going to move up with the Raikou. Just try to keep some pressure. I don't really want him busting back out. We have to cover up that Sceptile there. We do not want him getting down next to our goal. Because it's going to be really tough to knock him out. So I'm trying to go for the Dimensional Slip or the KO. He gets the Dimensional Slip, so I'm like, nice. But we hit the dodge. Like, come on, Raikou. He attacks, and we do get the knockout. Some pretty lucky rolls, guys. So if we get this knockout here, we land the dodge. I'm like, are you going to respin us? But we hit the 50. This has been an insane match, guys. I was a little bit behind on time, and I still am. 29 seconds to his 42 seconds. So I'm just trying to play really fast, as you guys can see. Yeah, that's what I'd definitely go for that Raikou, or the Coco, because, you know, my Raikou and my Zapdos just are too strong with that buff. Especially with the Electro energy. So I'm definitely moving up with the Zapdos. I want to clear out that back line. I'm definitely going to go after this Deoxys. And we hit the Thunder Charge. I'm like, come on, dude. You going to respin me? And he does. He respins me. Oh, but we do not hit our Thunder Crash. Like, dude, we could have hit our Thunder Crash and knocked you out. So he's going to move up with the Solgaleo. We hit another miss, but it doesn't matter because the Magneton doesn't leave a status effect. I guess when it means like you can't, like Leo can't be affected by markers, it's not just like curse markers or, you know, actually the cracked marker works, which is weird. So it's like gotta be poorly translated. It's weird. So he's gonna attack with the Blaziken. He hits the Jet Kick and we knock him out. So I'm gonna go for this Deoxys. We hit the Thunder Charge again. So I'm like, come on, dude. Spin me again. You've been respinning me. You're gonna get punished. And he does. And we hit the Thunder Crash. I'm like, let's go. So now he's got to move in with Lunala. If we can get this knockout, he still has Gold Block. So, you know, he can still Gold Block. But if we get the knockout, so all he has to do here is Gold Block. But, like, for some reason, he doesn't. He just throws the game and attacks our Raikou. So that's going to be GG, guys. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video. The triple Raikou deck is strong. It was really fun. We got a new banner tomorrow, guys. So subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. We're definitely going to be doing a booster opening. Follow me on Twitter if you guys haven't already. If you guys don't use Twitter, just leave a comment below. And until the next one, later, guys.